Mass Effect 3 has some of my favourite missions. These priority missions, given to Shepard by Admiral Hackett, have Shepard racing around the galaxy to unite the Asari, Krogans, Turians, and many other races' fleets in a final assault against the Reapers back on Earth. Today I'm going to be talking about Priority Tuchanka. Shepard's mission is to land on Tuchanka and use the Shroud, which controls the planet's atmosphere, to disperse and cure the genophage. Also, sealing a deal with the Krogans and Turians so that the Turians can have Krogan soldiers and bolster their attack on Palaven. If Shepard completes this mission successfully, they will have both the Krogan and Turian as allies for the final assault back on Earth. So Shepard has a lot on the line here in order to unite both armies. If Shepard doesn't successfully complete this can have consequences on the future of galactic peace. This mission, as is the brilliance of Mass Effect storytelling, can have different outcomes and characters with the options of Rex or Reeve leading the Krogans, Paddock or Mordin being the scientists helping Eve, and whether or not you kept Malin's data on curing the genophage in Mass Effect 2. Before Shepard lands on Tuchanka, they get a call from the Salarian Dalatras, who informs Shepard that they sabotaged the Shroud long ago. They offer Shepard a deal. In keeping this from the Krogans, they will gain the Salarian fleet, but at the possible revenge from the Krogan, as the genophage will never be cured. So this seems like a short-term fix to the problem of the Reapers, with potential long-term consequences with the Krogan. You land on Tuchanka and get the chance to reveal the sabotage.
Or you can fight the enemy you were born to destroy, and win a new future for our children. I choose to fight.
You have the option of revealing the sabotage again, and if you do, Mordin or Paddock say that they can counter this and still will be able to cure the genophage, which Rex and Eve appreciate Shepard's forthcoming. Or you can keep it to yourself, but you're cut off from a blockade in the road. After getting targeted by a Reaper, Shepard and their crew make their way through the ruins, while Eve, Mordin, and the Krogan leader escape in the tank. In the city of the Ancients, Shepard learns of Kalros, mother of all Threshamors. After escaping the ruins, Kalros shows herself, to which Eve's group in the tanks lead Kalros away, giving Shepard and their crew a chance to catch up. Eve tells of the plan to summon Kalros to the Reaper. If you didn't save the data in Mass Effect 2, Eve is showing some signs of sickness, but still has hope for her people. The next part of the mission is one of my favourites. Shepard has to go on foot to activate the Moorhammers. You're fighting through explosions, multiple spawn brutes, and a giant Reaper above you, navigating your way, trying to not get squished by their legs. It's so much fun. You feel like there's so much going on around you and it's impossible to get to the Shroud, but it's Shepard and they make the impossible happen. The hammers are activated, which calls Kalros to the Reaper, and the Reaper gets epically burrowed by Kalros into the ground. You finally make it to the Shroud, and this is where you can end up in tears no matter what the outcome. Let's start with a more renegade approach. I'm going to be using Mordin a lot for who is curing the genophage, but Paddock's outcome is similar, except having different dialogue as they are their own person. If you didn't complete Mordin's personal mission in Mass Effect 2 and didn't save the data, Mordin informs you that Eve has died. If sabotaging the cure, you can now reveal your plan to Mordin, trying to stop him from taking the elevator up to cure the genophage. Mordin works out that it was the Salarian Dalatras who made the deal with Shepard to sabotage the genophage, and Mordin is disappointed in Shepard. Shepard replies saying, "You've always defended the genophage." Mordin then has a line which breaks me, and in my usual playthrough I don't get to hear this, but he admits,
I made a mistake!
And the voice actor does such a great job in this line. Going back to Mordin in Mass Effect 2, he has seen and recognised a lot. The damage to the Krogan and to the females, the mental impact to his fellow STG co-workers, and to also Malin. To see Mordin's belief change at the dire need of the Krogan, willing to lay his life down, is why he's one of my favourite characters. But you also have the option as Shepard to let him go or to shoot him in the back, which leads to a very painful scene of Mordin crawling on the ground trying to make his way to try and stop the sabotage of the cure and sadly it is just out of his grasp and he dies. This is a very heartbreaking option. You also have another option available if you have a high enough Renegade or Paragon score. You can explain the sabotage to Morden and convince him that Reeve being in charge won't be a better future for the Krogan, in which Morden agrees and says he has to disappear to successfully convince the Krogan that they cure the genophage. Moving on to a little more bittersweet ending. Knowing that the shroud is going to explode, Morden very willingly decides to go up to manually cure the genophage. Shepard tries to stop him, but both Shepard and Morden know that this is his fate and the right thing to do. Shepard, in having a history with Morden in Mass Effect 2 and knowing his work on the genophage, thanks Morden.
I'm not. Had to be me. Someone else might have gotten it wrong.
Morden makes it to the top of the tower, cancels the sabotage and disperses the genophage. With a last smile and a song to his end, the genophage cure is released. Afterwards, you get a scene which is a beautiful moment of hope for the Krogan. There are two endings after this. If Eve has died, they hold a funeral for her, and Reeve seems to want revenge for what happened, which may mean trouble for the future of the Krogan and galactic peace. If Eve lives and Rex is present, this presents a more hopeful future for the Krogan, and in appreciation of trusting the Krogan's future, Eve gives Shepard their real name. Tuchanka is one of my favourite missions, as you can have many options how to deal with curing the genophage, but in my usual Paragon ending, it gives Morden a meaningful death and a future to the Krogan race who before had little hope, all thanks to a Solarian trying to make things right. So thank you very much for listening to me ramble about one of my favourite missions in Mass Effect, and I'd love to do this more with other Mass Effect missions. I hope you enjoyed the video, and thank you very much for watching.